Chess, arguably the most brutal game on the planet. One bad move and it's all over. When a chess player sits in front of his opponent, he's just not fighting with his opponent, but with himself. Loneliness, frustration, sadness. These are few emotions a chess player go through, but chess gets much darker and tragic than this.
He knows it.
Paul Morphy was a chess prodigy. Many considered him one of the greatest players of all time. According to his uncle, Ernest Morphy, no one formally taught the young Morphy how to play chess. Rather, he simply learned by watching others play.
Yeah, so Paul Morphy was the best player in the world by a bigger margin, probably than anyone else in recent modern history.
Beat all the best masters effortlessly. He was superior to all of them. He crushed many of them.
Paul Morphy is one of the most accomplished chess players of all time, and one of the most famous ones. He's the protagonist of the Opera Game, which was a legendary game where a bunch of pieces were sacrificed to the...
In 1858, Morphy went to Europe to play Staunton and other chess greats. Howard Staunton was the European champion at that time. Morphy made numerous attempts at setting up a match with Staunton, but none ever came through. Seeking new opponents, Morphy crossed the English Channel to France. Adolphe Anderssen was considered Europe's best player at that time. Morphy arranged a match against him. Despite his illness, Morphy triumphed easily, winning 7 while losing 2. Morphy had defeated everyone. There was simply no opponent left for him. After returning home in 1859, Morphy intended to start a career in law. It has been speculated that his celebrity as a chess player worked against him, overshadowing his attempted practice. Morphy showed signs of deteriorating mental health in his final years. Morphy lived rest his life alone. Fighting his family, he once sued his brother-in-law. On July 10, 1884, Morphy was found dead in his bathtub in New Orleans at the age of 47. Wilhelm Steinitz, first chess world champion and father of modern chess. Steinitz was unbeaten in match play for 32 years, from 1862 to 1894. During this period, he was nicknamed the Austrian Morphy. He became world champion by defeating Zukertort in 1886. In 1894, Wilhelm Steinitz lost his title to Lasker. Steinitz was 64 years old and his challenger was 32 years old. In 1896, Lasker and Steinitz had rematch. Steinitz lost with 2 wins, 10 losses, and 5 draw. Shortly after the match, Steinitz had a mental breakdown and was confined for 40 days in a Moscow sanatorium. In February 1897, the New York Times prematurely reported his death in a New York mental asylum. Rubinstein was one of the best players who never became world champion. Rubinstein learned to play chess at the relatively late age of 14. Between 1907 and 1912, Rubinstein established himself as one of the strongest players in the world. In 1912, he had a record string of wins, finishing first in 5 consecutive major tournaments. Some sources believe that he was stronger than world champion Emanuel Lasker at this time. A match with Lasker was arranged for World Championship in 1914, but it did not take place because of the outbreak of World War. After the war, Akiba never regained the same consistency as it had pre-1914. He showed traces of schizophrenia during a mental health breakdown. He spent the last 29 years of his life living at home with his family and in a sanatorium because of his severe mental illness. Rubinstein lived in an old people's home until his death in 1961 at the age of 80. After the 1972 World Chess Championship, Fischer did not play a competitive game in public for nearly 20 years.
suspicious of strangers.
Fisher made numerous anti-Semitic statements and professed a general hatred for Jews.
It was a kidnapping because
From the 1980s on, Fisher's comments about Jews were a major theme in his public and private remarks.
Going on. I mean, why am I so successful? There must be a reason, right?
He idolized Hitler and read everything about him. After the 9/11 incident, Fisher stated that he was happy that the attacks had happened. Fisher most likely suffered from paranoid personality disorder. On January 17, 2008, Fisher died at age 64 from degenerative kidney failure.